Get ready, crafters! We are going to make some awesome woven bracelets. It is very easy and fun to do. Let's begin. First, let's take a look at your best friend band loom and see what it all means. The pattern rings show you what design the loom will make. There are 4 total designs that you can weave. These are the petals. They show you what color string you need to use. The string will be placed into these notches here. And of course, this is where you will start. Today, we will make the stripe pattern. But please note, all of the patterns are set up and made in the exact same way. You can make a bracelet using the colors shown on the loom or create your own color combinations. Simply use the colors on the loom as a guide. For example, the loom shown here has blue and red stripes. To make yellow and green stripes, just put yellow string where you see blue petals and put green string where you see red petals. Cut a 20-inch length of string for each of the petals on the top and bottom of the loom in the corresponding color. So we will cut 8 blue strings and 7 red strings, all 20 inches long. You can use the ruler printed on your instructions to measure. For the middle petals, we will cut 2 yellow strings that are twice as long as the other strings. These will be 40 inches long. Line up all the ends of all the strings and tie them in a knot. Now divide the strings into 2 groups and put them around a pencil. Tie a knot. This loop will hold the bracelet on your wrist. Place the loop in the center of the loom. Now pull out each strand and hook it into the notch of the matching colored petal. Remember, the long strands will go into the middle notches. You've just strung your loom! Move the string from the start arrow into the empty notch directly below it. Move the string on the bottom up to the empty notch on top. And move the next top string to the empty notch on the bottom. Continue moving the strings in this way. Bottom strings go up and the top strings go down to fill the empty notches. Keep going until all the red strings are on the top and all the blue strings are on the bottom. Now for the most important step. Pull the middle strings apart until you see the top and bottom strings all touch at the center point. This will keep your pattern looking nice and crisp. After pulling the strings apart, switch the positions of the yellow strings. Left moves to the right and right moves to the left. Rotate your loom so the bottom is now on the top. Notice that you have an empty notch in the lower left-hand corner, just like when you started. Keep moving your strings like this, down, up, and watch your bracelet grow. Here's a good tip. Untangle the loose strings often. Comb them straight with your fingers. If you take a break before your bracelet is done, place the end of the string into the notch where you will start when you return. For a fancy bracelet, add beads to the middle strings. This time, now that you've added beads, you will not pull the middle strings tight. You can also try adding beads to the end of the loop side of your bracelet to make a colorful tassel. When your bracelet is long enough, unhook all the strings from the notches. Smooth the strands in the same direction, making sure they are not tangled and double knot. Trim the ends of the string in a neat tassel on both sides. Pass the knot through the loop to wear your bracelet. Now you have cool bracelets to wear and give to your friends. Awesome!
It's time to make fabulous friendship bracelets the easy way with your friendship wheel. Your kit comes with enough string to make 10 different bracelets, and the best part is you can keep using your wheel again and again with other string. First off, let's get familiar with the design of your wheel and see what it's all about. In the middle of each wheel you will find the pattern ring. This shows you the design it makes. There is another pattern on the reverse side. The 2 wheels included in your package make a total of 4 different patterns: hearts and stripes, diamonds and flowers. These are the petals. They show you what color string to use. As you can see, there are 2 notches in each petal. Hook the string into these notches. This is where you begin. You can make a bracelet using the colors shown on the wheel or create your own color combinations. Simply use the colors on the wheel as a guide. For example, this wheel has yellow hearts on a red background. To make blue hearts on a pink background, just put blue string where you see yellow petals and put pink string where you see red petals. We will show you the heart pattern, but it is important to note that all of the patterns are made in the exact same way. First, you have to figure out what color strings to use. The heart pattern uses 2 colors, so choose 2 colors. Cut 20-inch lengths of string for each notch in the petals on the wheel. You can use a ruler to measure the string or use the ruler printed on the instructions. For this bracelet, you will need 10 red and 6 yellow strings, all 20 inches long. Line up the ends of your string and tie them in a knot. Divide the strings into halves and put them around a pencil. Now tie all the strings together into one big knot close to the pencil. You now have a nice loop. This loop will hold the bracelet on your wrist. Place your loop into the hole in the center of the wheel. Pull out one strand at a time and place it in the notch with the matching colored petal. You've just strung your wheel! To create your bracelet, you will unhook one strand at a time, move it, and rehook it into another notch. You will need to know your right from your left. Your left hand makes the letter L. Again, any pattern can be made using these very same steps. Find the start arrow and rotate it to the top of the wheel. Unhook the start string on the right side of the petal and rehook it into the notch to the right side of the petal directly below the top one. Notice that you skipped 3 petals along the way. Now there will be a group of 3 strings on the bottom of your wheel. Unhook the string on the left of the group and rehook it up and to the left of the single string. Rotate your wheel counterclockwise so that the next petal is at the top. Let's do that one more time. We are unhooking the right string on the top and placing it to the right of the strings on the bottom. Then we unhook the bottom string on the left and rehook it to the left of the single string on top. Your strings will move in a circle, right to right, left to left. To keep track of your place on the wheel, always hold your thumb to the left of the top petal that you are working with. As you work, you will need to untangle the loose strings often. Just comb them straight with your fingers. If you need to take a break, place the end of the string into the notch of where you will start when you return, like this. When your bracelet is long enough, unhook all of the strings from the notches and comb them straight. Now tie the strings into a double knot. 1, 2. Trim the ends of the string into a neat tassel, and trim the strings close to the loop on the other side. Pass the knot through the loop to wear your bracelet, and there you are! Now you can share it with a friend.